Good morning and good blessings, everybody. I hope you've had a wonderful day just like I have. And right now, I'm actually about to do my yoga. I wanted to share with you some of the things that I do every day that make me feel better. And by better, I mean I have a more positive mindset. These things really help me tackle the day and kind of get through it and stay in a good headspace. I find that if I don't do these things, my days are a little bit harder to get through. I'm a little bit more depressed, more anxious, just more irritable in general. These are some things that I do that I wanted to share with you so that way if you're looking to improve your mental health or improve your well-being, then you can apply these tips to your own life. The first thing I do after I wake up is I'll get some water. I find that whenever I drink water regularly, I also feel better. I carry a water bottle with me and I drink probably 2 or 3 of them a day. I usually try to eat something really small, something natural. Then I come in here and I will do my yoga. It really loosens up your entire body, and most of the time it's very just relaxing and stress-free. The third thing I do every morning is workout. And when I say workout, I don't mean like go to the gym and do a full intense workout. Really all I do is 15 push-ups, 15 sit-ups, and that's about it. Just to recap, here are the few things that I do every single morning so that I feel better with my mental health. I drink some water, I do my yoga, I work out, and the other thing I do every morning is eat some breakfast. You can't actively work against your mental health issues if you don't have the energy to do so. So when you start your day and you don't have any water, so you're not hydrated, and you don't have any food, so you don't have any fuel for the day, your brain isn't functioning at the highest capacity possible. Because you're not giving your brain the proper nutrients it needs in the morning, your mental health will suffer. If you try these things and they help you, that's great. All I'm trying to do is better people's lives, really in any way I possibly can. So if I have tips that have helped me, I want to share them with you. I want to know if you try my tips and if they work for you or not. And I hope that you enjoy the tips that I've given you. If there are things that you do that help with your mental health, please let me know. I'm really interested in living a healthier lifestyle, and I'm also interested in sharing those tips with other people. I really think that we could build a community of people who are working to live healthier, happier lives. So I'm going to end this portion of the video here. I don't know if there's anything else involved in this video because right now I don't have anything planned, but thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and that's about it. Peace, everybody. Hey everybody, it's me from the future. Stick around to the end of this video for a really cool interview with my buddy Levi on mental health. Thanks. Hope you enjoy the video.
Later.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
I'm not ready.
Just go for it. I did not even know what to expect. I really expected you to land at first try, but that's okay. I'm proud of you nonetheless. All right, so real quick, before we get too much into it, we just got to Green Door Skate Park. I did a kind of a weird beginning of this video. I did this weird intro where I walked you through what I do every single morning. I do my yoga, I work out, I get some breakfast and some water in me. Those are all really important things to do to improve your mental health, which is kind of the topic of the video. We'll get into that later with my buddy Levi, don't you worry. He doesn't even know what I'm talking about yet. While I am here at Green Door, it's nice and warm in here. I'm sure you saw there's tons of snow on the ground outside. I've already like dropped in on that thing, dropped in on that, done a couple ollies, I did a kickflip. I'm just going for it. We're getting going today because I'm excited. It's gonna be a great day. I think we're just gonna get into it. Let's go. everybody. So if you're just tuning in, I'm actually filming this outro like a week afterwards. I didn't get a chance to interview my buddy Levi at the end of last week because we were both just so tired from skating. So it was important to me that I got around to actually talking to him about this video's topic, which is mental health. Specifically, I want to see how skateboarding and mental health go hand in hand. I've been dealing with mental health issues for probably about half my life. The main mental health issues that I run into are depression and anxiety. You see me Ubering around a lot because I don't drive. That's because when I was young, I was in a car accident that left me with some issues with PTSD. I've noticed that in the past 4 years, though, I've really started to make improvements. Recently, I've been having some good days and some bad days. I was telling you earlier in the video the ways that I try to have better days. I've noticed that a big thing that makes me feel better is skateboarding. I find that skateboarding plays a huge part in my mental health. Whenever I'm able to get out and skate, I always feel so much better mentally. It gives me a reason to feel confident in myself, and it also gives me something to work at. There's also a huge stigma about not talking about your mental health issues. So to combat the stigma, I decided to interview my buddy Levi. Levi's dealt with his own handful of mental health issues, and he's come out stronger and wiser from them. I have a lot of respect for him because of how he's improved his life around his mental health. So I'm going to have him join me now so we can talk about our mental health issues. So here I am, joined with my friend Levi. Hi, Levi. Hey. I'm really excited because I get to interview him about his mental health and his skateboarding. So let's get into this. My first question for you is, how long have you been dealing with mental health issues?
Well, it's a good question. When I think back on it, it probably started when I was dealing with my parents splitting up, which would have been around the age of 8. So I am 24 now. Not good at math, but I'm pretty sure that's like 16.
Wow.
So 16 years would be roughly on and off, manifesting in a bunch of different ways throughout those 16 years.
Wow. Yeah, that's really interesting because I feel like I started dealing with my own mental health issues at a very early age, probably like 9 or 10 or so. So that's neat to see that people start having these issues at such young ages. So when you're having these bad days, Levi, what do you do that makes you feel better?
So it's actually a really hard question for me to answer, because I don't think I know.
Really? Okay.
That's actually one of the things that I struggle with the most currently is bouncing back on bad days. Generally, I think getting out, getting active, getting things done, doing things that make me feel like I've accomplished things is always going to help. Always is a huge mood boost. Even on bad days, things like as simple as going to work sometimes can boost the mood. I think a lot of it is just getting out of the house or the current environment that I'm in, physically, mentally, just kind of everything. And the struggle is on bad days getting myself out of that environment.
Yeah.
And it's especially hard right now with the work schedule. I just feel like I want to sleep 16 hours a day.
Oh, I'm sure. For those of you who don't know, Levi is working nights right now at his job, and I'm sure that is very hard to get a good sleep schedule down and still have positive mental health because there's a big correlation between those two.
Yeah, I'd say I average 4 hours of sleep at a time.
Wow.
If I'm lucky.
That's insane because one thing I was telling you guys earlier in the video is that sleep is huge for my mental health. I think I go to bed around between 9 and 10 and then I'm up at 6 a.m. So I get roughly 8 hours of sleep or more every night. So to get half of that, I can't even imagine trying to function.
Yeah, well, it's important to think it's not necessarily not 8 hours. It's just 4 hours and then I'll be awake, and then it's 4 hours later and then I'm awake. So it's kind of like living 12-hour days with 4-hour nights.
Oh my gosh.
You mentioned sleep. Sleep is the biggest factor in my mental health. When I don't work night shifts, I'm sure that you can tell we're friends. You can tell in my mood that I bounce back. I have more energy. When I'm working night shifts, I am just a slug.
Man, so that's a real testament on what sleep and really does to your mental health.
Yeah.
So Levi, I have two more questions for you. The first one is, do you think physical activity is important for positive mental health?
Yes, that's something throughout those 16 years I've experienced. I went from being very active in high school to very inactive post high school to very reactive after we met and started hanging out. And it's amazing at how much physical activity really does change your mood. Even if it's a grueling workout, at the end of it, there's always a positive mood boost that I've experienced. And it may not be for everybody, but I think physical activity is huge in my mental health.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree completely. When I was struggling with my mental health just after high school, Levi and I started hanging out, and the big thing was that he would make me go outside and do things that were physically active. And I think that turned things around for me. It was a miracle, really, that I used to just stay inside all day and do nothing, and then to go outside and start like running around, throwing a frisbee, and that's really how it started. It was just us tossing a frisbee. And
throwing a frisbee on the quad at college.
Yeah. And after that, I just realized that being physically active is great. We started skating together, and then it really just got better and better. The more I skated, the more I was active, the better I felt. The last question I have for you is, do you think skateboarding specifically plays a big part in your mental health?
Yeah, so skateboarding is the main way that I stay active now. I do some other things, biking, some lifting, just not at a gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, skateboarding is definitely my most active, the thing that I engage in the most activity-wise, and there's something very freeing about the feeling. So it kind of combines what I said earlier, that feeling of accomplishment with the physical activity. It's something, I'm constantly pushing myself, constantly trying to achieve new things. Even today, we got some new things, and I'm going to look at this day as a great day, a positive day.
Absolutely.
And it's because of that feeling of achievement, progress, and just being active and not being stuck in that environment that is kind of toxic.
Absolutely. No, I think going out, skating, being physically active is really good for you, and I'm glad we could have this talk about like mental health and being open about our mental health issues and how we've worked against them to feel better, and so that way more people know that it's okay if you have mental health issues. So thanks for coming out and letting me interview, Levi.
Yeah, of course. It was great.
Very cool. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you get to see Levi some more. Peace.